Hey guys, it's Eric from Rad Decals here. Just want to show you guys what comes in the box when you order a third brake light from us, as well as do a quick install video. So the main thing is you get an assembled third brake light. This one has the VHF NMO antenna mount. There is a 17-foot cable for that connects from the antenna to your VHF radio. There's also a 17-foot long wiring harness that connects your two ambers to your aux switches. The 17 feet should be long enough to fit a crew cab as well as a super crew. You will also be included two bolts that are needed to connect this to your OEM clips that hold the third brake light in place, as well as a connector for the power cable for your ambers as well as the ground. Alright, time for the install. For OEM third brake lights, there will be two 7mm bolts in there. You could just use a socket with screwdriver, unscrew both of them. You'll then pull your third brake light out. You will unhook the two cargo lights and unclip the pigtail from the third brake light, and that will disconnect your OEM third brake light. Once you remove your OEM third brake light, I'd recommend doing the wiring first. So you'll pop off these two tabs from the headliner, prop it down, and then in here there's this little cap covering a 7mm bolt, which you'll also unscrew, and you'll be able to loosen this panel here. You'll run your wiring through your headliner down this panel here, and then you pop this bad boy off, and then you keep running your wires. You can also pop off this panel, run it through there. Pop this thing off. You see where I ran all my wiring. My VHF radio antenna I actually ran under the carpet and put it in my center console there where my VHF radio is at. My wiring for my ambers, I put it here to under the glove box where there's the wiring for the aux switches.
So for these, I recommend you ground their black wire with the supplied ring terminal to this bolt. It's an 8mm bolt, and then this is the red wire. You could use a buck connector to your corresponding aux switch. Mine is right now the yellow one. It's for aux 1.
Okay, once you have the wiring done all inside the truck, you're gonna connect the pigtails for the ambers and the aux switches like that. And then you're gonna connect the antenna wire to the antenna base. It just screws on as well. And so just make sure it's tight. Now, to hook up the cargo lights and marker lights, you will use the OEM harness and you just plug it right in as if you were plugging in an LED bulb. If the cargo lights do not light up when you open a door, just pull them out and do a 180-degree turn and plug them in, just so that the ground and power are hooked up the right way. If they're lining up with the door slightly open, then you're good to go. As for the marker brake lights, you will just plug it into the OEM harness like that. It'll clip right into place. So once you have the cargo lights plugged into the sockets as well as the pigtail for the marker lights, we definitely recommend starting to screw in the two screws that are provided in the packet, and those will help you line up with the OEM clips. I don't have my OEM clips anymore, but they will be right here, and you just got to make sure to line that up with that. Also, please be very careful with the wiring as to not pinch it when you're putting the wiring into the roof. Once that's there, you will just screw these in as so, and you'll feel it start threading in. If you feel like it's not threading in, just might have to do some readjustments, but just thread in like that and make sure it's pretty tight so that the gasket could expand and make a nice seal all the way around. So once that's all screwed and wired, you're ready to go, and hope this video was helpful.